Hello and welcome back to For Science today on Hyper RPG, where we are raising money for the rLoop Indiegogo campaign. And i3D is joining us today. They've been really cool coming out to bring all this wonderful equipment to do some 3D printing for us. Now you guys are currently working on the Hyperloop pod. You're making a print of the pod?
Yes, that's correct. We've got.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
We've got the Zortrax back here that we are covering up, printing one out right now. It started about 25 minutes ago. It'll be ready in a couple hours.
Oh wow, do you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves? Let's start right over here.
Sure, I'm Brandon.
I'm John.
I'm Matt.
Now why don't you guys give us a little introduction to i3D and what you guys do?
We are a 3D printing services company, and we do a lot of different things, and a lot of it's really cool. We like to say that we create something from nothing. We work with commercial people, we work with people off the streets, but basically what we do is what we call budget 3D printing. So we use these printers.
Ah, for science!
For science!
For science!
Friend Computer appreciates your contribution to science. What was once yours is now ours. You're welcome.
Hashtag as technology thinks Zach needs his popped collar polo shirt to finish the look. Oh yay for science.
Nope, not gonna happen. Just want to remind everyone, we have lowered the bar for these next couple of segments because we don't have as many things to get through quickly. So $25 and up, your donation will be read by Friend Computer on the stream. Let's keep that Hyperloop donation going. All right, sorry to interrupt if you guys...
No problem. So we do budget 3D printing. We do things, 3D printing has a lot of different kinds of technology. There's some really, really expensive machines out there, and you can pay a lot of money to have things printed. And we're coming in on the other end where we say we can use our really smart engineering skills and these printers, and we can make something for orders of magnitude less than the people out there that are charging a lot of money. So it really makes it a process that's available for all of the people, not just the people that, the big companies that want to build this kind of stuff.
So how about while one of you is showing to the camera some of these cool things that you guys have printed, maybe somebody else let us know some of the steps someone might go through if they wanted to print something themselves or get into 3D printing.
One of you guys want to take that?
Sure. I can show off some stuff to
Sweet.
the camera. I think Matt's got some models on the computer here that he can.
So
I like
if
the elephant.
The elephant's pretty great. It actually moves. Its legs and head moves, and it prints actually all in one piece, fully assembled.
Wait, how?
So, here's another elephant to hold in your hands while you think about it. But it prints lying flat on the build plate like this. And this elephant was designed by LaFab Shop, who was kind enough to release their models online on Thingiverse. And basically, the concept behind it is because we build up the model layer by layer, there's never any points when this model is being printed where any of the legs or the body or the head intersect with one another. So when you pull it off the bed, you have, free moving parts. And you can do elephants, you can do these really intricate, fully assembled chains and necklaces, bracelets, things like that.
Now I see that you actually have a light inside of the little Destiny.
Yeah, the Destiny Ghost. This actually, so on the one hand you have prints where you can, print them all in one piece, pull them right off the build plate, and they're done. On the other hand, this ghost was printed in many different parts. It actually is held together with magnets that we sourced and glued in. There's a light inside that gets a printed switch on the back, turns the light on and off, and it's a really complex assembly that was easy to print for us.
For science.
Yes.
For science.
For science.
Friend Computer appreciates your contribution to science. What was once yours is now ours. You're welcome.
I'd tell you a juke, but I can't hear myself over how awesome science is.
Tell myself a juke. Tell myself a juke. Sometimes if you make misspellings, Friend Computer does not understand what you are trying to say. And we just want to make sure we are actually facing the camera, guys. And I would also like to ask, Minion, can we get a Minion out here? I pointed a Minion towards the chat room, and he decided to just leave the room instead. We have no chat room currently. No chat room.
I would like to... No, for science.
Friend Computer appreciates your contribution to science. What was once yours is now ours. You're welcome.
Thank
For
you so much.
science, hashtag Aries.
For science!
For science, whatever. All right. I would also just like to say real quick. Looks like H.R. Giger's space jockey helmet. This elephant does
A little bit
on the head.
front.
Yeah. Which makes me feel very happy inside.
Happy
pretty great.
inside, not on the outside. So how would somebody go about setting up one of these models inside the program? Are these programs free to use? Can anyone get into this? And like, what's the process someone might go through if they wanted to get into 3D printing?
Well, I'll let Matt take that one. He's actually got his computer all
Yeah,
set up.
sure. So most of the models that we have here were downloaded for free on a website called Thingiverse. It's a universe of things. People can create models, upload them, and others can download them for free. The printers themselves are relatively inexpensive. You could pick one up for about the price of a really nice laptop or a high printer. So they're each at about the $2,000 price point. The software that it takes to run them to run the machines is free, and it's fairly easy to use. You load in a 3D model. Here we have the rLoop pod that we're printing on the Zortrax. You upload the model into the software, you process it, so you get to decide what your resolution is, how you want to orient it, how big or small you want it, how many of them you want. And from there you just hit print, and it will give you it'll give us a little menu, a little status bar that comes up, and it'll give us a print preview, so it'll give us a little generated animation of what each layer will look like.
For science!
Friend Computer appreciates your contribution to science. What was once yours is now ours. You're welcome.
Thingiverse is a good name.
Jokes. I like jokes. Hashtag Evo. Hashtag Defa.
Jokes.
So one of the questions I might have is how much are the materials? Like, what's the cost of materials?
Yeah, it's a good question. So these printers use a plastic filament. So we've got a plastic reel here in the back. You can go on Amazon and buy a kilogram of materials for about 2 pounds for about $30. So as far as upkeep cost goes, these are some of the most inexpensive ones. Each roll will probably get you, depending on your resolution, between 50 to 80 hours of print time.
So these are some of the 3D mechs that we work with here in the studio. They wanted me to let you know what we do to our 3D prints here. And see how it might affect you guys. So we get these made and shipped to us, and then we paint them, spend a lot of hours on them, and then every Friday we destroy them.
Awesome.
Okay.
We drill into them, we blow them up, and we do all those sorts of things.
That's rad.
Right, that was my thought. That's rad.
Yeah, that's rad.
rad.
Yeah.
Now, you guys had an announcement. You wanted to let everybody know that you're giving away everything on this table today.
Except for the electronics.
Oh, not the electronics.
Not that.
So we
For science.
for science.
Science. Oh, you
Friend
guys are
Computer
getting
appreciates your contribution to science.
So if I
What
put
was
this on
once
the table, does that
yours
mean we have a
is
message?
now ours. You're welcome.
Friend Computer is glad that the plan to wipe Snugglord's memory and clone him as Science Lord has succeeded. For science.
For science.
For science.
Cool. So we have in our bot farm in Fremont, we have a bunch of 3D printers. So we think this stuff is really cool, but we also have a ton of it. We have 25 printers, and we could recreate everything on this table in a day. So we've got an awesome elephant that we strapped some wings and a rocket to that we're gonna
We're gonna
give
so
away.
we're gonna
awesome.
include that in our 10,000 giveaway.
Yep, I'll let you hang on to that for a sec. We also
Oh,
have
yep.
a gear heart. This is by Emmett. So this is heart. We'll be giving this away as well.
I think if we hit 15K, that's going in the 15K giveaway.
We've got an object that measures lengths for reasons. And
A ruler.
it's a ruler, yes.
A ruler for science.
Yes, and we've got some
Science ruler.
little spacemen that have numbers on their feet. We'll be
Cool
giving
guys, so
these
here's the
away.
plan. Every 1,000 that we hit, so the next giveaway will be at 3,000. When we get up to 3,000, we will include something off this table in that giveaway with the board games and other things that we give away. And just a quick reminder, every hour on the hour we give away a box of Soylent. Every 1,000 on our way to our 15K goal, we give away all sorts of great stuff. Board games, Battletech figures, and now 3D printed figurines, which is pretty cool. Do you guys have
Yeah,
any
these are
questions
really
in the chat
intricate.
room for i3D and the things that they're printing? Now, a couple of these prints are gonna go all day, correct? We're gonna let these go on in the background.
Yeah.
How long did you say
This
that one
one's
has?
got about 6 hours left on it.
Okay.
I don't
We'll
know
be
how-
here. We'll
This
be
one
here.
is printing a master sword right now at a bunch of pieces, so it'll be
A master sword.
Yeah, a master sword.
For
the
science.
actual one.
For science!
Yeah,
science.
For
Friend
science.
Computer
Yeah.
appreciates your contribution to
master.
science. What was once yours is now ours. You're welcome.
Testing, testing, joke, juke, joke.
That was a test. That was a test for science. This is what happens when we lower the bar. Thank you so much for those $25 donations. We're going to keep raising as much money as we can for science. The threshold is currently $25.
I do have a question. So you said at the beginning you like to say that you create something from nothing. So does that technically make you gods?
We don't like
For
to-
science!
For science.
Friend
don't like to
Computer
necessarily
appreciates your
say
contribution to
It
science.
makes us a really
What was
cool.
once yours
but,
is now ours. You're welcome.
Science Lord pointed at this minion and pointed at general direction of exit. Miscommunication. Also still hungry. Hashtag Mitsuhama.
I'm guessing that donation was from Zargaros. Zargaros is one of our wonderful volunteers today, one of our minions here that Friend Computer decided would kidnap and bring to the studio. Has not fed Zargaros either. For science!
For science.
Friend Computer appreciates your contribution to science. What was once yours is now ours. You're welcome.
Hashtag Renraku requires gear heart for our robotics division. Please show it off more. No joke, for science.
Woo!
For science.
slower,
Thank
slower.
you. I'd also like to point out that this guy on the right, this printer just made a sound like a kitten. And
They purr like
Yeah.
but it was like a little like meow thing, and that was startling.
They're adorable.
Anyway, so you do not consider yourself gods then?
No.
Yet.
So this technology is really cool. It is the closest approximation we have to teleportation. So if I have one of these and you have one, I can literally email you a physical object. So it's really, really cool.
Anywhere in the world. So, you know.
A couple people in the chat room are actually asking if you guys sell the elephant with the jetpack.
We don't. So we don't sell any
Because these
3D
were-
objects, but we offer 3D printing services. So the elephant is available for free for download on thingiverse.com. You can go to our website, Intentional3D, and you can submit a request saying, I want you to print this. We'd be happy to give you a quote, and we will print you as many of them as you want. You can have an army of flying elephant
Oh my
servants.
god!
Yes.
How charming.
Yeah.
Bob the Ninja Goldfish wants to know what kind of different types of 3D printing materials are there. Example, they were able to notice just from the close-up cam that the mechs that we have are a different material than the stuff you guys have on the table. So what kind of different materials can you print with these machines?
These machines will print in any kind of thermoplastic that we can push through them.
And what is thermoplastic?
A thermoplastic is a kind of plastic that can melt and then solidify and then melt again. So as opposed to a thermoset plastic, which melts and then hardens and stays like that. So some of the yeah, exactly. These are essentially hot glue guns that just move around. So the typical materials that we use are ABS, which is I don't need that anymore. ABS is a really common one. Anybody who's ever done any kind of plumbing knows what ABS is. We also use PLA, which is a starch-based material. If you've ever used really crummy cafeteria silverware that melts when you stir your oatmeal, that's PLA. But we also have thermoplastic elastomers, so stretchy stuff. We can print in rubbery things. It just moved. That's fine. It's supposed to do that. So yeah, we've got a lot of different materials. All plastics though. We don't do any metals. We have a couple printers that can print in like hard, clear resins, but these printers only do.
How do you refill where do you put the materials inside of the printer?
It's right in the back of the machine.
Hangs off on the back here. So this
Very
is
low
a
tech.
spool of plastic that just feeds up through there.
And so they always come in spools like that?
Yeah.
Just with different
All
like,
of
With the
materials?
type of printing that we do.
Okay.
Can I take this moment to ask our minions in the back if we are set up soon to cut to the Skype interview where we start answering Reddit questions? Please let us know if we are set up for that soon. So another question that I might have for you guys. Somebody, CKJS asked, do you guys have any of the flexible prints here?
I don't believe we do.
No, but just
Have you guys done the flexible
Yeah,
prints?
yeah, so
And it's like
Ninja-
a rubber kind of material?
yeah. So Ninja Flex is it's a thermoplastic.
Oh, that's a big donation. We danced. Sorry, we did not prep you guys at all for this.
Is there a certain dance?
Okay, now we have a message.
Hashtag Shiawas feels that you all need more hype. $1,000 for science.
Holy
Hashtag
shit!
Wow,
Thank
Grip and
you.
repair.
1,000.
Effective
1,000 for
ordnance.
science.
2 fanatical warriors for advanced planning or smoke and confusion.
Okay, well, we have a giveaway to do.
Thank you.
Giveaway time. You know what? Because that was a $1,000 donation, let's pick up something really cool off this table.
Sure.
What would? You know what? Actually, I really like this ghost. I like this ghost. We're gonna throw the
Fan
ghost
favorite,
into this
I'm
giveaway as
assuming.
well as a couple board games. Be active in the chat, minions. We are doing a giveaway. Giveaway minions. Had to let the giveaway minions know to get ready to pull a winner from the chat room. Wow, thank you so much for that, Shiawase. You are still under my thumb, and I control all of you.
For
Don't
science.
think that released you from my control. Okay, be active in the chat. Let's do this. This is open to anyone watching. You do not have to be a subscriber or even a follower, though we do appreciate people that subscribe and follow this channel. We are a grassroots operation that does everything we can to show off all the cool stuff going on in the Pacific Northwest while doing heightened versions of role-playing games, which you will see later today with Paranoia. We have a lot of different role-playing games on this channel, including Shadowrun Corporate Sins, where we have a metagame that we role-play with subscribers where they actually get to collect action points, market value, straylogic.com/HRPG. The mods will link you to it. It's pretty cool. We also have a show with Battletech mini figurines where we have a 4x8 table. We print off custom 3D printed mechs, paint them, and then drill into them and destroy them as they take real-time damage. Thank you guys for watching. Please follow, subscribe. It helps us a lot. And thank you for donating to science.
For
Do we
science.
have a winner? Minions, do we have a winner?
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm going to stand here awkwardly and stare off into space until
We're
one
all
of the
on the
minions
edge of our
lets me
seats
know
here.
if we have a winner.
Uh,
Naughty Ned is the winner!
Oh!
Naughty Ned is the
Naughty
winner!
Ned!
Actually, holy shit, that's really cool. I spent many a nights last year playing Destiny with Naughty Ned on Xbox Live. So
That
that's pretty
sounds
fucking cool that Naughty Ned just won that ghost and a collection of board games from Hyper RPG. Thank you so much, Naughty Ned, for watching today. That's pretty
Thank you
fucking
for
cool.
spending many a night with Science Lord.
Naughty
too.
Ned spent
Naughty
many a
Ned.
nights carrying me
Thank
as
you.
I tried to play Destiny with him, and I did very terribly.
Nighttime with Naughty Ned.
Nighttime with Naughty Ned, that's what we're calling
Yes, yes, that is.
Great, Nighttime with Naughty Ned, you were the winner. Let's get back to... For science!
For science!
Friend Computer appreciates your contribution to science. What was once yours is now ours. You're welcome.
Let's build the future with sharks. Seems kind of anticlimactic now, but every bit helps, right?
Yes.
Great job, Zach. And hashtag keep Sally.
Hashtag keep Sally.
Hashtag keep Sally.
This is not Sally,
right.
this is Albuff Muscle Steam.
Uh,
Somebody said,
Sounds-
whoa,
sounds
rigged. A couple
awesome.
people are calling rigged. Technically, guys, this is a completely randomized program that we pull from. If we have to periscope us pulling winners, we will to keep you dickbags from saying stupid things in the chat room. Now let's get back to the 3D printing. So, this has about 6 to 7 hours left. We're doing a master sword over here. I think I'm gonna reframe what I said earlier. We're gonna include the heart into our $5,000 giveaway,
With-
the elephant into the 10K, and we'll do the master sword at the end of the day.
Sure.
If we hit 15K, because that's really fucking cool.
yeah.
Have you guys printed the master sword before?
Yeah.
Not that one, no. There's a few. So this one prints in separate pieces, then you put it all together.
Holy
so
shit!
So it's gonna be really big. The
that's
biggest one
really
we
cool.
could print on here was just gonna be a little baby one, so we wanted a big one.
And it looks like that has only 19 minutes for the Master Sword.
That's 19 minutes have elapsed.
Okay.
19 minutes have elapsed. Yeah, so that's gonna be
that sounds way
about
too
a
fast.
4.5 hour print.
And what is the biggest object that your company has ever 3D printed
Well,
at once?
you know
I
what?
think I take the cake on that.
Yeah,
All
great.
right.
On the MakerBot Z18, we actually fully 3D printed the frame of another 3D printer. So we had one of our 3D printers make a baby,
Aw.
and
Yeah.
now it's
Circle of life.
It really is. It sits
You
in this
really
corner,
are
and
gods.
now it's, well,
If you go to if you go to intentional3d.com, there's a blog post on it. It's called Basic.
It was a 170-hour print. So,
quite a bit.
in pink. We like that. That was beautiful. A thing of beauty
Is that the longest printing process too? Would you say?
that we've
Or
done.
That we-
170 hours.
That's
I mean, the industrial machines, the really high-end machines, go for weeks at a time. But ain't nobody got time for that. So,
Nicely put. That's an excellent phrase. You should look into.
Can I ask the minions one more time how we're doing on our Skype Reddit AMA setup? Because I have yet to be updated on that, and Science Lord starts to get angry without updates.
Uh-oh.
Need those updates. Definitely not a clone. Definitely not a clone.
No?
Guys, so we're going to be cutting really quickly in a little bit over to a Skype with Brent. Okay. Well, can we go ahead and do that with the people
Hello.
in chat? I'm
Friend
sorry, I'm
Computer
answering someone.
welcomes a new thumper.
New
for
thumper!
science.
That is amazing. New subscriber. We are now
Welcome.
5 subscribers away from a giveaway. For science!
For science!
Friend Computer appreciates your contribution to science. What was once yours is now ours. You're welcome.
Aperture Science, we do what we must because we can. The cake is delicious.
Actually, we should have a cake here today. The place that makes the portal cake is right there. It's actually pretty amazing and tasty. We will get on that. We will have a portal cake here
One day.
today.
One day.
We were hoping Kim could join us today, but unfortunately she has a really big project she's working on, but she will be around very soon. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you to contributing for science.
project.
We are going to go ahead and say goodbye for now to i3D, but you guys will be back multiple points throughout the day to get a quick update on how these prints are going.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank
So we're
you,
gonna be
and
cutting-
sweet dance moves.